They're not just about shared interests or physical attraction. They're about how you connect, how you support each other, and how you handle the emotional dynamics of life. And here's the thing. When you're emotionally intelligent, you can read the room. You can tune into your partner's needs, understand when they're upset, when they're happy, or when they're feeling vulnerable. This ability to pick up on emotions, even unspoken ones, is what builds connection on a deep level. Let's break this down a bit. A man doesn't just fall in love with the woman who makes him feel good when everything is going well. He falls in love with the woman who knows how to handle the difficult moments. He falls for the woman who can sense when he's stressed and knows how to respond. Emotional intelligence allows you to be there for him when he's going through challenges, to understand what he's feeling without him even having to say it. It's about showing up with compassion and support in the way he needs it most. For example, when he's having a bad day at work, the emotionally intelligent woman knows when to give him space and when to be there for him. She doesn't take his frustration personally, and she doesn't push him to talk about it before he's ready. She's able to offer comfort without trying to fix the situation, because she understands that sometimes all someone needs is someone to listen, not to offer solutions. This emotional awareness and non-judgmental presence creates a safe space for him to open up, to trust, and to feel supported. But here's the real magic of emotional intelligence. It's mutual. It's not just about knowing how to react to his emotions, it's also about knowing how to manage your own. Emotional intelligence is about staying calm in moments of conflict, not letting your emotions dictate your reactions. When you're emotionally intelligent, you can navigate difficult conversations without escalating things or getting defensive. You're able to communicate your feelings clearly without letting your emotions take over and cloud your message. This kind of emotional regulation creates stability in a relationship. Let me give you an example of how this plays out in real life. Imagine you and your partner have a disagreement. Someone might say something that triggers you, and your first instinct might be to react, to fire back, to defend yourself, or to let your emotions take control. But if you have emotional intelligence, you'll pause. You'll recognize that your emotions don't need to dictate your actions. You'll breathe, take a step back and respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. You'll ask yourself, how do I want to show up right now? What's the best way to handle this? And when you do that, you not only handle the situation better, but you also create a relationship dynamic where both of you can communicate and problem solve without unnecessary drama or conflict. The truth is, men are deeply attracted to women who have emotional intelligence. They want someone who can manage her own emotions, who doesn't react to every little thing, and who can understand them without judgment. A man wants to feel like you get him, like you understand what's going on inside of him without him having to explain every little detail. And here's the kicker. When you understand his emotions and respond with empathy, he feels closer to you. He feels understood and valued. He feels like you are the one who can see him for who he truly is, not just the surface level version of him. And let's not forget how emotional intelligence helps you connect. The more emotionally intelligent you become, the more you can show up in a relationship in a way that makes him feel safe, heard, and appreciated. And let me tell you, men love to feel heard. They love to feel like their feelings matter. They love to feel like their partner can manage emotions with grace, because it helps them feel like they can be themselves. They don't have to hide their struggles, their insecurities, or their fears. They can open up, and you will be there to listen without judgment. Now, emotional intelligence also means being able to forgive. When things go wrong in relationships, it's easy to get bitter, to hold on to resentment, or to get stuck in the past. But emotionally intelligent people understand that forgiveness isn't just about letting go of what the other person did. It's about releasing the emotional weight that holds you back. When you can forgive and move forward, you create space for love, healing, and growth. So, if you want a man to fall deeply in love with you, cultivate your emotional intelligence. Learn to listen deeply, understand silently, and respond thoughtfully. Understand your own emotions and how they affect your reactions, and help him navigate his feelings without judgment. This ability to connect emotionally, to empathize, to communicate with wisdom and grace, it's irresistible. And more importantly, it creates a love that is deep, real, and lasting. Let's get real for a moment. One of the most powerful ways to make a man fall deeply in love with you is by being supportive, not just in the easy moments, but when it matters most. And here's the thing, one of the most important areas where your support will make a profound impact is in his dreams. A man wants a partner who believes in his potential, who encourages his growth, and who stands by his side as he pursues his aspirations. Now, we all have dreams, right? Those big goals and ideas that we work towards, sometimes quietly, sometimes out loud. And when it comes to relationships, a man's dreams are a huge part of who he is. It's not just about his career or his ambitions, it's about his sense of purpose, his drive, and his need to feel like he's moving forward in life. And if you can be the woman who supports that, who believes in him, who encourages him, and who offers a safe space for him to chase after those dreams, you will be the one he cherishes. Here's the truth. Men want to feel like their dreams matter. They want to feel like someone has their back as they pursue their goals. But the kind of support I'm talking about isn't about just cheering from the sidelines. It's about being actively involved in his journey. It's about understanding what he's working towards, asking how you can help, and showing genuine interest in what matters to him. When you do this, you're not just being supportive, you're being an integral part of his success. But let's be clear, support doesn't mean that you have to give up your own goals and dreams in the process. It doesn't mean that you should lose yourself in his journey. No, it's about creating a relationship where both of you are building towards something together. Support means recognizing that his dreams don't diminish your own, they complement them. You can be there for him without sacrificing your own passions. When you're both supporting each other's dreams, you create a partnership that is unstoppable. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what if his dreams are hard to understand? What if I don't share his passion for what he's doing? And let me tell you, that's okay. You don't have to be fully invested in every detail of his dreams to support him. You don't have to have the same exact goals for yourself. What matters is that you respect his vision, you listen to his aspirations, and you show him that you care enough to be involved. This doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your own boundaries or put your life on hold, but it does mean showing up for him. It means celebrating his achievements, being there when he faces challenges, and offering your perspective when he needs it. The most powerful support comes from genuine belief. Believing in him even when he has doubts, believing in his potential when he can't see it for himself. Men can be hard on themselves. They can be their own worst critics. So, when you show him that you believe in his abilities even when the world may not be cheering him on, that's when the magic happens. You become the person he looks to when he needs to be reminded that he is capable, worthy, and powerful. Think about it. When you can show up with that kind of unwavering support, when you become the one person in his life who is constantly encouraging him to reach higher, do more, and keep going, that's irresistible. He's not just falling in love with you because of how you look or the good times you share. He's falling in love with you because you make him feel like he can be his best self, because you are the one who believes in him when he might not even believe in himself. But here's the key. You have to support him in a way that doesn't feel like you're trying to control him or push him into something he's not ready for. Support is about empowerment, not pressure. It's about knowing when to offer advice and when to step back and let him figure things out on his own. It's about trusting that he can handle things while still being there when he asks for help. Real support doesn't force him into a box. It encourages him to grow into the best version of himself. This kind of support isn't just a one-time thing either. It's consistent. It's the little things. Asking about his day, listening to his ideas, helping him brainstorm solutions, and celebrating his wins, big or small. It's also about standing by him during the tough times, offering encouragement when things don't go as planned, and helping him stay focused on the bigger picture. A man falls deeply in love with the woman who is there not just when things are easy, but especially when things get tough. Being supportive also means having a sense of patience. Dreams don't always come to fruition overnight. There are often setbacks, challenges, and frustrations along the way. But when you stay by his side, showing him that you're in it for the long haul, that's when the deep emotional connection is built. So, if you want a man to fall in love with you, be his biggest supporter. Show him that you believe in his dreams as much as you believe in your own. Celebrate his progress, encourage his growth, and stand by him when the road gets tough. When you become the person who is always rooting for him, always showing up with belief and faith, you won't just be supporting his dreams. You'll be building a love that is unbreakable, lasting, and deep.